It's kind of hard to believe Dolby Vision has already been around for 10 years, at least to me. Probably because in this day and age, what do you know that goes 10 years without a sequel, besides like an Avatar movie? Anyway, not long ago, Dolby announced Dolby Vision 2, an HDR format that promises to take our TV viewing experience to new heights, which is a lot to deliver on considering the current format still looks outstanding. But the new version does promise a lot of really cool things. The content intelligence features with AI capabilities should give viewers the best presentation of the content depending on the device and environment. Dolby says Precision Black will help reduce images being too dark. Think Game of Thrones. Precision Black will make the content clear enough to see without sacrificing artistic intent. So if the director wants a dark scene, it'll still be dark, but you'll also be able to clearly see it. That will be interesting to see how it's implemented. LightSense will fine-tune picture quality by detecting ambient light and optimizing how the TV displays the content. I'm curious to see how it differs and how much better it is than the current ambient light sensors and automatic settings natively built into many current TVs. Sports and gaming optimization will introduce white point adjustments and enhance motion control designed to specifically address the unique needs of live sports and gaming. So I'm assuming that's a unique way of making quick adjustments for the random movements and actions you get from sports and games. And in HDR, I'm sure it'll be gorgeous to watch. Dolby also mentions improvements to tone mapping that will take advantage of today's TVs and how much brighter and more colorful they are. But after hearing all that, the elephant in the room is, which TVs are gonna get those features and when? We know Hisense is the first to start working on getting it into their TVs, but should we expect more? Fortunately, Dolby was kind enough to answer a few of my questions, so let me tell you what I was able to learn. The first question is one that's been on everyone's mind since the announcement. Are there any TVs currently out that are capable of receiving Dolby Vision 2 via firmware update? Or does it need to be integrated into the hardware when the TV is manufactured? And I ask this because a good bit of what's being offered with Dolby Vision 2 is dependent on hardware. A feature like LightSense, for example, will fine-tune picture quality by detecting the ambient light and optimizing how the TV is going to show you that within your viewing space. So you need to have a light sensor, first of all, and I think most high-end TVs do to some extent, but I assume you also need it to work well enough to meet Dolby's standard. Their answer was, quote, "It's no different than when Dolby Vision first launched. This is primarily a manufacturer decision to update the TVs in the field. Next, it would depend on the capabilities of the TV and whether the TV would be able to enable Dolby Vision 2. End quote. That answer says a lot, and it's potentially great news. They referenced the original Dolby Vision launch because back then, in 2014, even though it was brand new, manufacturers were able to roll out firmware updates to compatible TVs. So it sounds like that will be the case once again. We just need to hope the manufacturers play ball and send out the update instead of making us buy a completely new TV for the new format. At least we know there are some TVs out there that are capable of Dolby Vision 2 right now. The next question was, will streaming devices be able to support Dolby Vision 2 or Dolby Vision 2 Max, or does it need to be integrated into a TV due to the features we mentioned like LightSense and Precision Black, features that need to be aware of the viewing device and TV watching environment? The answer is, quote, "All source devices with Dolby Vision will continue to provide excellent image quality to any TV with Dolby Vision and even better image quality to Dolby Vision 2 TVs," end quote. And that makes sense. On their frequently asked questions page, they mention that existing Dolby Vision content won't need to be regraded for Dolby Vision 2, and that there will be tools and encoders available to optimize that existing content for Dolby Vision 2 devices and add the new metadata to help those devices improve picture quality. All that to say, if your TV is only capable of regular Dolby Vision, then that's what you're gonna get. But if your TV does support Dolby Vision 2, then you'll see the improvements on existing Dolby Vision content. And I promise I'm almost done because I don't know how many more times I can say the phrase Dolby Vision. The last question I asked was a bit of a Hail Mary that I assumed may not get answered. Basically, what other TV manufacturers besides Hisense that we already know about are working on bringing Dolby Vision 2 to their TVs, and when will we see the first TV that supports the new format from Hisense or anyone else? The two words I got were, stay tuned. That's fair, but I had to ask. I imagine CES is where we may hear more about Dolby Vision 2, but still I'm not really holding my breath on that. If history repeats itself, we may see some of the 2026 lineup from a few brands, and at least one of those brands, Samsung, doesn't support Dolby Vision in their TVs at all. Anyway, I'd love to know what y'all think. Features like Precision Black and Light Sense that we talked about, and some content intelligent optimization to things like sports viewing and gaming make it sound like Dolby's really thought of just about everything with the new format. We'll have Dolby Vision 2 Max for the best of the best TVs and Dolby Vision 2 for the rest that support it. My questions for another day include, where will that cutoff be? We already go over spec sheets and details with a fine-tooth comb trying to find the minor differences between different TV models. Now we'll need to look even harder. Also, how much of a difference will we see? Like I said earlier, on a lot of the best TVs we have available now, Dolby Vision already looks outstanding, so will it be worth upgrading TVs? And is this what will finally push Samsung to include Dolby Vision in its HDR formats? They're certainly not hurting for business and sell some great TVs, but not having Dolby Vision available seems to be a turnoff for a lot of you. And if you're battling for buyers and a brand like Hisense is already pushing you in the mini LED department and they do offer Dolby Vision 2 in their TVs, does that now give them a definitive edge? Again, we'd love to know what you guys think. It's always fun to see new technology like this and speculate at least a little bit. Thanks as always for watching. Drop this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you learned something new, and we'll see you again soon. Elevate your smartphone with the Digital Trends app bundle. 17 premium apps in one plan. From productivity to entertainment, it's all here. Start your free trial today by clicking the link in the description.